Ladies and gentlemen, Shroud has done it again.
We got to make sure that this game wins Game of the Year, by the way. Do not let that Expedition game win Game of the Year. We all have to band together to make this game win. Us multiplayer gamers are the minority, okay? We are the minority being multiplayer gamers, but I believe we can win.
Shroud has successfully riled up the entire gaming community once more with his take that extraction shooter Arc Raiders should win Game of the Year, while specifically stating that the current frontrunner for the award, Clair Obscure Expedition 33, shouldn't. Not only did this piss off a lot of fans of the turn-based tearjerker, but sparked a larger conversation about the importance of multiplayer games and legacy. That discussion, of course, spiraled into attacks against Shroud, fans of either games and genres, as well as Arc Raiders specifically, with one of the main points of criticism revolving around its use of AI. And that conversation has now been exasperated thanks to a major review that docked significant points from Arc Raiders' Metacritic score for that exact reason, which sparked even more debate. Somehow, someway, this is all Shroud's fault. He just keeps getting away with it.
This video is sponsored by our friends over at Opera GX, who have the definitive browser for gaming. Opera GX has forged an official partnership with Riot Games and is the ultimate browser for keeping up with League of Legends esports during World Season. And to maximize your experience as a League fan, Opera GX has created Riot Corner, a one-stop shop where you can follow all the major World storylines as they happen. It's got tournament matches and results, a calendar, and all the live co-streamers so you can get every juicy morsel of your World's content in one place. You can access Riot Corner by downloading one of the official League mods in Opera GX, which is my personal favorite feature. You can choose from a collection of unique League themes that make your browser look really dope. So download Opera GX today using the link in the description and get started.
Arc Raiders has been and currently is blowing up right now. It is currently in the top 5 for most played games on Steam, hits 700,000 concurrent players, and is pretty much all you see online in terms of clips and gaming discussions. And yeah, the game is that f***ing good. I'm still a massive fan of the studio's first game, the finals, and have been following Arc Raiders since it first got teased, playing in every beta and test I could get my hands on. Now, for those out of the loop, Arc Raiders is an extraction shooter with several different maps where you jump in solo or in a team of up to 3 players to take down autonomous machines called arcs to get better materials to craft better gear, all while hunting, avoiding, and teaming up with other players. The game is beautiful, sounds great, runs pretty damn well, and the gunplay is incredibly addictive. However, what makes it stand apart from other extraction shooters, or multiplayer shooters for that matter, is how social it really is. Thanks to the game being relatively casual and loot being pretty abundant, there's no real reason to have to kill other people. You can simply hop in, loot, take down arcs, get exactly what you need, and leave. Unlike the sweat of Tarkov and the inherent competitiveness of the Hunt Showdown, you don't actually have to shed any blood. And whether it's a testament to the devs or the players, people more often than you would expect leave each other alone. You can hear another raider rustling in the bushes and simply call out to them saying, "Don't shoot, I'm friendly." And there is a solid chance you will just go your separate ways, if not work together and extract together.
Wait, are you downed?
Yeah, do you have a defib?
I have a defib, yes, I have a defib. Oh, the train. The train! Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, open, open, open. God damn it! There we go. Give me a gamer.
I'm playing the birds.
I've got you.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely, gamer. Nobody gets left behind.
Obviously, that's not always going to happen, and who knows how long this social contract will last, but even when you do get lit up or lured into a false sense of safety from a stranger, it almost makes the game more enjoyable. I bring all of this up not to sell you on the game, but to explain why it's already so special to so many people. People like Shroud, who have been mainlining it since release and are already calling it Game of the Year. Now, Shroud calling something Game of the Year was already going to piss off a lot of people. More on that later. But he went so far as to tell his viewers to vote for Arc Raiders over Expedition 33.
We got to make sure that this game wins Game of the Year, by the way. Do not let that Expedition game win Game of the Year. Do not let it. Absolutely do not.
It's mostly that sentiment and call to action that really rubbed people the wrong way for a multitude of reasons. Most likely because Expedition is near universally beloved, as it should be. It is a beautiful game in almost every single regard, single-handedly gave new life to the turn-based genre for Western audiences, and will likely win Game of the Year. I can gush about it for just as long, if not longer, but the point is, people really love this game, and it's easy to love. However, games like this can develop extremely passionate fan bases who don't take any slander. So the single-player narrative gaming community at large took a lot of offense to Shroud's comments, calling Shroud and other extraction shooter enjoyers delusional, bringing up his failed game Spectre Divide, saying he was an overrated CS player, the usual attacks you can expect to see whenever Shroud makes grand statements like this. And yeah, he does bring it upon himself sometimes. He's the same guy who said that CS2 was going to die, claimed Deadlock was going to take over, said a bunch of other shit. He has some nuclear takes. However, this one was different. Because of how much people loved Expedition, things went even further. Instead of just attacking Shroud, people started attacking the entire genre of extraction shooters, with some essentially saying that they don't deserve to win Game of the Year. People have also pointed out the game's use of AI voiceover. Just like they did in the finals, Burke uses real-life voice actors, but also uses AI text-to-speech to potentially create new VO down the line. And a lot of people have used that to attack the entire game as a whole. While it is disclosed on the game's Steam page, and from what I can gather, the actors do agree to the use of their voice in this manner, AI is a divisive topic, and those against Shroud are using it as a disqualification. But the AI stuff aside, a lot of people just see Arc Raiders as another multiplayer flavor of the month game that will die out in a few weeks or months, while a game like Expedition will stand the test of time and be talked about for decades. Which, yeah, that could be the case. But it does beg the question of what should be considered when considering Game of the Year. See, in response to all the backlash, Shroud has clarified a few things. Though he admits he hasn't played Expedition yet, he doesn't have an issue with it. It's just that single-player games always win Game of the Year, and that multiplayer gamers are in the minority, only having won once in 2016 with Overwatch.
Hey, bro, Expedition 33's Game of the Year. Actually played the fucking game before berating it. Ass. I didn't even berate it. I just think single-player games always win Game of the Year, and it's bullshit. Can, like, what, a couple million people play that game? Cool, bro. Where's the tens of millions? Where's the Marvel Rivals, 50+ million people?
Now, he also shoos away the other games that are most likely in contention for this award because they're just sequels, which is dumb as hell, but he isn't wrong about the award history. While the Game Awards have a separate multiplayer game category, Overwatch is the only one to actually win Game of the Year. And while I think that Arc Raiders is nowhere near the phenomenon that was 2016 Overwatch, there is a point to be made. Like the top 100 games list from PC Gamer, a lot of multiplayer games were left off that list. A lot of games that I would argue have more relevancy and legacy than games that have won Game of the Year. Obviously, the years don't match up, but who's to say that games like League of Legends or Dota 2 don't have as much legacy and importance as games like It Takes Two or even Baldur's Gate 3? You can also argue how much legacy matters in these conversations. Listen, more times than not, a single-player game is going to hold up as a piece of art a lot better than a multiplayer game will. It's just how the depth works. However, it is Game of the Year award, not Game of the Year when I look back at it 10 years from now. That being said, as much as I love Arc Raiders and Expedition, I don't think one is more deserving than the other. Gun to my head, sure, I have a pick, but between the two, they're both great for different reasons, yet still don't come close to my GOAT, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Honestly, what I'm more interested in right now is how defensive people get about the games they like Expedition. It's an emotional experience that players are really connecting with, but does winning or losing an award take any of that away? I don't think so. And I don't think Expedition fans actually have a problem with extraction shooter enjoyers. I honestly just think that people are tired of being rage baited by Shroud. So just remember, it's one guy's opinion that you don't have to listen to. And Twitter has a mute feature. It is true. You can mute Shroud. You can mute Arc Raiders. Like the words and the people and the accounts. You can mute all of it. Actually, don't do that. Don't never mute anything. Always be online because I gotta put Shroud on the thumbnail. It just